All right, guys, let's get straight into the entertainment gist. Now, Femi Otedola foots Sadiq Daba's medical bills. Nigerian businessman Femi Otedola has promised to take care of the medical bills of ailing veteran actor Sadiq Daba. The businessman made this known in a statement saying, "I heard about Mr. Sadiq Daba's health condition when it was brought to my attention through an online news story I read 2 days ago. I was saddened to hear that he had taken ill again after overcoming his challenges from prostate cancer just 2 years ago." He further stated, "For me, taking care of Sadiq's medical expenses is my little way of showing appreciation and gratitude for the good memories he created for me and others in the past." Sadiq Daba is popular for the TV drama Kakra Adan, is one of the broadcasters and actors who more or less paved the way for the entertainment industry and the Nollywood industry in Nigeria. If you would recall, in April this year, the billionaire businessman took care of the medical bills of former Super Eagles coach Christian Chukwu, who was diagnosed with prostate cancer.
Nice one coming from Femi
Yeah.
Otedola.
But he's been doing stuff like that.
Now we get to hear and see now, because one way or the other is always in our faces because of his children who are also celebrities.
But it's not the first time. You can remember, if you recall too, you know, RMD reached out to him when one of the
somebody from
Victor
Nollywood.
Victor Olauton.
Yes, true that.
So reached out to him and he helped. So he's been doing it for a while.
I think it's very good to appreciate people that I've had in the industry for a while. So it's very easy to just forget. I mean, this 50 years ago when he started in the industry in the 1970s. Yeah. And it's very easy to just move with the flow and just move with the new crowd. But I really like the fact that he's saying, no, we recognize you, we appreciate your work, and we're going to help you. That's one thing that we actually have to emulate as Nigerians.
This man is a national treasure,
He
guys.
is, definitely.
So we should treat him as one.
I like the angle Femi Otedola came from. Like, we used to watch this guy on TV. It was part of my childhood. And it's just great that somebody is helping out in situations like this.
It's like helping an old teacher, you know?
Yeah,
when last did you speak to like your old teachers from like primary school? Because you'll be shocked that if you go to your primary or secondary school, you still see some teachers there teaching the same subjects and everything.
In fact, it was just like them getting across to me that they're building a particular structure in my school, my secondary school, and they have gotten to a particular level, and then they want me to,
help.
you know, help, donate.
Very nice.
So, I mean, I'll be happy to do that.
Yes, definitely. All right, moving on to some more news. Now, we have to ban foreign movies to grow, says Nollywood actor Desmond Elliot. Now, Nollywood actor and politician Desmond Elliot has called for the ban of foreign movies in Nigeria to enable the growth of the Nigerian movie industry. Now, he made this known in a recent interview with HipTV, saying, and I quote, "First, they need to create an enabling environment for this industry to thrive. Secondly, they need to consciously, intentionally focus on building the industry, treat it like you're importing rice, and you ban all foreign content." Ooh. Now, you know, making it difficult for foreign content to come in so that your local content can grow. Now, he then asked that the government needs to support the entertainment industry so it can grow, saying, and I quote, "This is the greatest product that we can have. Entertainment is the greatest now this country of 200 million people can ever have." Now, this statement has, however, sparked a lot of conversation on social media with divided opinions. So what do you guys think about this?
Okay, so I think I saw the conversation, and some people said, okay, so after banning all of these foreign things, so what do we now, you know, fall back on? So it seems like, are we ready? Do we have stuff on ground already to fall back on? Because I tell you, this is the very example they always cite, especially when they say toothpick. We even import toothpick. So are we going to go back to our, you know, ijabe, that stuff that you used to?
To be honest, I actually understand where he's coming from. Now, he's saying if you treat it like importation of rice, it's a state where you have no choice but to consume your local content. Now, let's be real. When you go to a cinema and you see 10 movies, 8 of them out of those 10 are foreign movies, and maybe like 2 or 3 are Nigerian. Most times, 75% of the time, you pick the foreign movie first. Then maybe the foreign movies are all sold out. Then you move to the Nollywood industry. That doesn't necessarily help the Nollywood industry. But the question is why? Why are we picking the foreign movies? Because production is better, the quality of the movie is better, the acting is better, the scripting is better, everything is almost...
So it goes back to what I said. So So what are we going to fall back on? Okay, maybe when it catches us like unawares like that, then we will now begin to
up the quality.
up the game and yes, improve the quality. Maybe at that point we'll begin to do that.
Comparing rice to Nollywood, not necessary. China banned Facebook in their country. I think one of those Asia countries, they banned Facebook in their country. But they brought in a substitute that people could chat, and just like Facebook. So it worked. So if you want a situation whereby we shouldn't watch those things.
But we have Nollywood already. It's just that the Nollywood standard
Okay, if I want to watch
higher.
action movies, can you watch a Nollywood movie action and enjoy it? So it's a gradual process. We need to get there. Then when we get there, I'm hungry, and people pay for this thing. It's even hard to achieve.
So how would you say?
It's hard to achieve.
How would you say Bollywood achieved this?
Bollywood achieved it because they were actually chipping in their own content. They were creating content for their people, their own story that was making sense. That's the standard they have, and that's the standard they were following. Now you want us to not watch foreign movies. Now you need to make sure what you are churning out actually makes sense.
Because guys, we've had artists, we've had actors on this couch, and they say they're always very honest. That what they have is not quality.
You guys should
so you have to. We have to do this. Except you just want
2
to cut
months
off
they are done with a movie.
You want to cut this off, and then we are going to learn in the hard way.
So maybe he's right when he says that the government needs to support the movie industry.
Of course.
Most times why we're having this kind of production is because of money. I mean, if you're producing a movie in 2 weeks, what do you expect to happen? But then again, the budgets, because if you're going to spend 20 million on a movie, they want to get returns. So it's a very dicey game. I feel like with support, maybe we can get there. But right now, we're not there yet.
I don't even think it's achievable because you have to ban a whole lot of things. Don't people watch movies online? Don't they subscribe to a particular platform to watch those content online? So do you want to ban? Do you want to ban online so that people don't watch?
Things will become contraband.
Yeah, it's not achievable.
Yes, like my secondary school don't bring Gary, so people will, snuggle Gary in. All right, interesting. So we are moving it on. Oh my God. All right, R. Kelly's crisis manager steps down from position. Now, R. Kelly's crisis manager, Darrell Johnson, has announced that he's stepping down from his position and he's not willing to work with the embattled singer. This development is coming after an interview with CBS where he told Gayle King that he would never leave his own daughter alone with an accused pedophile. He further said he was worried about R. Kelly, saying it was a mess, scared and isolated, and he thinks the singer is on suicide watch. R. Kelly, who is presently in solitary confinement with no access to television or contact with other people, has been indicted on 18 counts, 13 in Illinois and 5 in New York, that include sexual exploitation of a child and kidnapping.
Oh, well, I mean, it's a typical example of when the chips fall, your friends might not be with you at that point in time. So this is, of course, I mean, he has been indicted of all the crimes, and now his crisis manager, who's supposed to be defending him, who is supposed to be covering his, behind, is the one coming out to say this.
I think Gayle King just threw him off. She just threw the question like, would you let your child, your 5-year-old daughter, be with Robert? And like, he just had to say like, right now, because he's going through this situation, I don't think it's advisable.
So here's what I think. I think he doesn't believe R. Kelly, or he never believed R. Kelly. Because if he actually believed that R. Kelly was innocent, he wouldn't be at that state where he's saying, I can't leave my own daughter in the room, because you're his crisis manager. You're the person who is supposed to know if every other person is misjudging his character. You're the person who is supposed to know his character. So if he's pulling out, then he states more of the R. Kelly story for us to see. That's the way I see it.
Okay, so there is no one who's going to work with R. Kelly, because if you're going to be doing this job, you should know what you're in for. Yes, right. Now, I do not even believe that when it comes to having lawyers or getting lawyers, sometimes they don't believe you. They know that you have done the wrong thing, but they stay with you all through. They just want to support you, and then the money is good, and then they use everything. And sometimes some people even win the case. They're guilty, by the end of the day, they win the case. So I don't know, like the heavens are just against R. Kelly. I don't know what to say. I don't know.
I think his time, like the time has come for him to pay. I mean, whatever you do, whatever you sow, you reap. So I think now he's reaping it. I think
we never can tell.
We never can tell still. We never can tell. You know, I'm always very careful with all of these things, especially when you have not seen it happen. You're not a witness, and then you just conclude. And we are very, very, very quick to jump into conclusion.
And definitely waiting for the courts to do the right thing.
Especially in this part of the world.
Waiting for the courts to do the right thing.
Yes.
All right, finally, in the news, Marvel Studio announces Mahershala Ali as Blade. Yes, Marvel has announced its plans for Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 4, and 10 new movies are planned to be released between May 2020 to November 2021. Mahershala Ali has been announced as the new Blade, the half-vampire killer previously played by Wesley Snipes in 3 films for New Line Cinema. According to reports, when New Line Cinema decided not to produce more Blade films, the rights to the character returned to Marvel Studio. The original Blade film began with Blade in 1998, followed by Guillermo del Toro directed Blade 2 in 2002, and finally Blade Trinity. Other movies to be expected from the Marvel Phase 4 includes Black Widow, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, The Eternals, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, WandaVision, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Loki, What If, Hawkeye, Fantastic Four, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and of course, Thor 4, Love and Thunder.
Oh my goodness.
Marvel is just...
What is wrong with Marvel? And I say
they just want to cash out for
They want to cut on every single
in
character.
5 years' time.
They want to do something on Loki, do something on Blade, do something on Captain Marvel. What is it?
But guess what? 2 days ago, I saw that Wesley Snipes was actually training on Twitter.
Because
so I went over, and so he had a lot of hilarious stuff. Like he just wakes up and sees that his no mother, like the thing is going to catch him on unawares and all the like funny stuff. And I'm like, oh my God.
Honestly, I'm going to miss Wesley Snipes playing Blade. But then I don't know him. Old. I don't know.
Mahershala Ali, tall, built, perfect character for Blade.
So who knows? He could fit the right thing.
Let's see, because you know that at first
Oscar winner.
You know how people don't embrace change.
Yeah.
And somehow you'll be surprised how people are not loyal to. And so when they have talked about Wesley Snipes and then they see this person and they're quick to
it's just normal. We're used to Wesley Snipes. So a new phase. So it's just like you have to kill it. There are 2 things. You either maintain the balance or you up it.
Yeah.
2 things.
I think if they want to get it right, Wesley Snipes should still be in the movie, probably handing over his mantle, like, okay, you take over from me. I'm getting
I agree.
Marvel, pay me.
I agree.
Why would they employ you?
Pay me my money.
But honestly speaking, I feel like I love Marvel, but I'm starting to feel like they are overdoing it because you don't think so. I watched the last Spider-Man. Was it Spider-Man that just came out?
Yeah, Spider-Man.
And I don't know, I feel like the more they do these new stories, the more kind of watered down it is because they have to infuse other characters, because they have to make it more interesting, because we've already seen Spider-Man so many other times. We've already seen most of these characters a lot. So I feel like maybe they should start winding down.
I think that you are of the school of thought.
No.
No, not when it comes to this, but then other movies, you're always quick to. So why they creating other, why they doing?
Yeah, like John Wick needs to die.
John Wick, when you saw the ending of that one, you felt, okay, you know what?
There'll be part 4 again.
There'll be part 4, and I'm looking forward to part 4 when I saw the ending of John Wick.
He should have died.
John Wick needs to die. I'm with
Anyways,
OG.
congratulations to Mahershala Ali for becoming Blade, and we'll look out for that and other Marvel movies. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrap on the news. Moving on to our celebrity birthday shout out. Today on Celebrity Birthday, we have English actor and producer Daniel Radcliffe. Yes, if you can remember Daniel Radcliffe, Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Lord of the Rings. What other movie again?
How different he looks,
though.
Yes.
Harry
Potter, yes. It's Harry Potter instead of Lord of the Rings. And of course, we have Colombian actor, American actor, and stand-up comedian John Leguizamo. Yes. Always playing the bad guy. Yeah. In movies.
Look at his face. Mischievous.
If they are looking for a Spanish actor to act that Spanish role,
he always kills it
John
too.
is the person that everybody calls. And finally, Polish-American actor, director, and producer Paul Wesley, formerly known as Powell, Wasilewski. So he changed his name.
Like his new name.
Yeah, he changed his name to be able to fit into. It's Polish. He was born from Polish parents, but born in America.
Well, you know, most people do this
yeah,
so
to
that
fit
because
in,
the names are always very long and then people can't pronounce because they don't come from that part of the
So
world.
it's not just Africans that do it.
No.
Don't come for us.
Popular for movies like Vampire's Diary. He played Stefan.
Okay, guys.
And of course,
You
happy
do watch
birthday.
your movies.
We try.
Yeah,
This
this
one.
one.
It's Nollywood Tuesday. We gotta come with the tea,
you
ladies and
know.
gentlemen. And of course, happy birthday to everybody celebrating their birthday on this day.
Yes, somebody sent a message to me yesterday and I said the person should just send to TVC Connect. Now,
their
can
birthday?
I even remember that person's name? Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry.
But it's fine. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.